What up, brothers? Today, big day, just came back from the gym, was hitting shoulders and arms. Every day that you can hit arms is a good day. Now, there is this concept, there's this word in Italian, which is called sprezzatura, right? There's no exact translation to that. But the closest thing that you can get to a translation is more like a term that is used in fashion. Basically means intentionally dressing yourself in a way that makes you look like you're well dressed unintentionally. So it's pretty much, oh, I look cool without trying, but you actually tried to get that look. Sprezzatura. And that's why you see, like, all those old guys that they look pretty well dressed, but they're kind of like, just look like they open their wardrobe in the morning and just throw whatever came to their mind into the fit. It doesn't look like they're trying too hard. And I am naturally, man, all my life, I was always a bit of a lazy guy. And I don't like, obsessing and thinking too much about things on my day-to-day. I like to keep my mind free to think about things that I find actually interesting, to pursue hobbies, to focus on, making content. So I never, all my life, even before having a YouTube channel, I never liked obsessing about things on my day-to-day, right? I was always someone that was like, 25,000 random interests and different hobbies, and then I would go with a hobby and get really focused on it for a little bit of time until I moved to the next thing. And that's how I just lived my whole life, and that's how I still do it. It's just part of my personality. It's just part of the way that I am interested in things, right? I'm the kind of guy that knows a lot of random facts about very different, fields, but I'm not really a big specialist in one thing. And I like to translate that way of thinking into fitness, because I don't want to be obsessed over the only thing that I'm guaranteed to lose. I find it really fucking funny, all those guys that are biohacking, that are trying to increase their longevity, they're obsessing over the perfect skincare routine, the perfect diet, the perfect way to take sunlight and improve your circadian rhythm, the perfect work. I don't understand that, tracking your sleep, all that shit, because you're autistically obsessing over the one thing that you're guaranteed that you're going to lose. If I can give you one guarantee in your life, is that you will, if you live long enough, you will eventually lose your health, you will lose your fitness, your body will start failing you, and you will die. That's like the only guarantee that we have. The only thing that can stop that from happening is you dying young, which I don't think I recommend. I don't think that's something pleasant for most of us. I wish you that's watching this video a very happy, long, and fulfilling life. But the thing is, I don't want to be all day thinking about this one thing that I'm guaranteed to lose just because I want to look a little bit better right now. You know what I mean? And paradoxically, the more I obsess about the little things right now, the farther I get from my actual objective. So I like to think about this idea of getting casually lean, getting casually more in shape. It's bringing this concept of sprezzatura, this concept of dressing, intentionally dressing in an unintentional manner to look good. I like to bring that to fitness a little bit, and that's why I think fasting is such a powerful thing. Because when you're fasting, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. You can actually, use free time to actually pursue the things that you're more interested in. For a lot of people, I know that was not very the case for me because I love eating, but I've talked to a lot of people, especially the people that are usually they have smaller appetites and whatever, that for them eating is kind of a bother. It's kind of crazy to me because that never clicked to me. I always loved eating. But what I loved actually wasn't eating. It was the fact that the only thing that I had going on for me was the meals that I was having on a day-to-day, because I hated my routine so much that the only thing that I was looking forward to was eating. But I know a lot of guys that find eating to be a big inconvenience. All the cooking, cleaning, prepping, everything. Just a pain in the ass, thinking about diet, thinking about what you're going to eat, eating and then getting hungry later. So I started fasting. One of the reasons I started fasting was because it's like, man, I want to lose weight. I've been trying for years. I can't just make this work for some reason. I start doing something and then I fucking fail, and then I just, go back to what I was doing before, and I say, oh, next time I'm gonna do it. And then I start fasting, right? And I start fasting, and then I start losing weight, and I don't have to think about it, and I save myself like 10 hours a week. I actually made the math. I save myself 10 hours a week just on like not having to cook, clean, prep, store, carry food with me, reheat it, eat it. It's just from cutting from 3 meals a day to 1, I save 10 plus hours a week, and I'm casually getting lean. I can still go out. I can still drink on the weekends with the boys. I can still, have an ice cream on a Wednesday afternoon after work because it just fucking felt like it. You know what I mean? I can have an appointment with my good friends Ben and Jerry and eat the full fucking tub in a sitting, and I'm still on track. I don't just kill completely my progress. When you're having those like 200, 300, 400 calorie deficits every day, like there's very little margin for error. You increase the deficit, you have more room to play and more opportunities to just be spontaneous with your day-to-day life while still getting leaner. That's my whole philosophy. Can I get in shape? Can I get in like very, very good shape while still having fun, while still enjoying my life, right? A lot of people talk about manifesting. And I think that's retarded. I think that's retarded because, first of all, because most of the time is just thinking about something as a proxy of actually doing the thing. So it's like you spend your time thinking about manifesting something instead of actually doing the thing that you should. You could be doing more of the thing that's going to get you the results that you're manifesting. But also because it goes against a very important, a very central, mystical, symbolical principle, that is that principle of as above, so below. And the way that I can conceptualize that I understand that is very simple, man. I am a Catholic. I'm a Christian, a Catholic, so I believe in God, right? I believe in God. I believe that God created everything. Whenever you create something, there is something of you in that thing that you created. So everything that is created was created by an intelligent God, a rational mind, and everything is ordered in a way that if you get one little thing and you keep following it logically and you keep observing it and drawing, comparisons with other things, eventually you can get to God, right? If you have the right way of looking at things, even studying like insects, studying plants, you will find God in those things because He created everything. Therefore, He is there is a little bit of God in everything, right? That's the Christian view of the world and of the creative act of the world, right? Now, there's also, if everything is hierarchically ordered and everything is connected somehow by this common thing which is God, therefore we can draw analogies between things. That's the whole field of symbolism. That's what a symbol is. A symbol is a comparison between two things by using a third thing that is usually not present, right? When I say that a woman is like a garden, and I'm making that analogy between those two, that means that there's a common element between a woman and a garden that is not present right there at the moment, but when you observe the two things separately, you can equally see it. For example, pleasantness, right? Softness, beauty. Those are things that you can see in a feminine woman. Look at a feminine woman and look at a garden, the images of a garden. And you're going to see the similarities between those two things, right? So when you think about that's the whole idea as above, so below. That when you look at the things that are above, when you look at the things that are higher, the things that are most elevated, when you look at the things that are the virtue, when you look at God, when you look at higher purposes, about matter that transcends the finite human material condition. When you look at the higher things, by focusing on the higher things, because those things are correlated, because those things are connected, by looking at the higher things, you move the things that are below. And by ignoring the things that are below, you move the things that are above, right? My kingdom is not of this world. My kingdom, the whole thing about Jesus saying on the Bible. It's like when you look start ignoring all those little things, money. It's like a fucking number in your bank account, man. It's not gonna make it's nothing relevant. Like you're gonna make it, right? You're gonna make it. You're gonna make some money somehow. You're gonna figure it out. Oh, clothing. It's like, man, yeah, you should use some. It's like, don't obsess too much over it. It's sprezzatura, right? You're not trying too hard. You're not obsessing over something. The more I find myself obsessing over things in my life, the less I get them. Like whenever I say I have more than one channel, right? This is my secondary channel, technically, my second YouTube channel, maybe third because I had channels that I abandoned recently. But on my main channel, whenever I say fuck it and I just start producing whatever the hell I want, even with this channel, like the most retarded or random ass ideas that just come to me in the shower or when I wake up or in the middle of the night or when I'm just walking around on the street, the most random thing that comes is usually the thing that performs the best, right? I do believe that inspiration is something that comes from above. It's like you just have to be open to receive the divine inspiration. And when we create something, when we do things, when we find something that we're interested, that we can create, that we can express ourselves artistically, we're participating in God's act of creation. And that's something that's very fulfilling, right? So by looking at things that are above, by stop concerning yourself with your health so much, with your gain so much, with eating the right amount of protein, with prepping your meals the right way, with having the perfect dialed in workout, and just finding a system that is simple, that you don't have to think about, that you can just execute, that actually gives you results. You do that, you start looking at the things that are above, and the things that are below start moving. But when you're thinking about the things that are below too much, right? The things that are below, man, like the material things, are very, very fragile, right? They're very fragile. Money is a very fragile thing. You have money in your bank account. You want to have a fucking bottle of water. You go to the store and you don't have money anymore. You have a bottle of water, but then you drink the bottle of water and you don't have the fucking water anymore. It's like you get all your gains. You're in perfect, top tier, top 1% physique. You walk outside and you get hit by a bus. It's like now you're paraplegic, bedridden in a hospital. It's like, it doesn't fucking matter that you put all those hours working out, right? So when you look at the things that are limited and that they are, what's the fucking word for it, man? Fragile. When you look at those things, it's like the things that are above are not going to move because of those small little pebbles that you keep kicking, thinking you're fucking moving the Mount Everest, right? So I think fasting is a way that we can get casually leaner, casually healthier, right? It's something that we always did. It's something that all humans at some point did, at some point in their lives, all across the history of humanity. It's not natural for us to be eating all the fucking time. It's not normal to us to be eating all the fucking time. Our bodies are not made to be eating all the time. Like, we have mechanisms. Why do you think people that are familiar with fasting are going to know what I'm talking about, right? You have autophagy, you have ketosis. Your body have mechanisms. Your body has mechanisms that clean itself when you stop eating. We stop eating, and then somehow you kick this process in your body that you start recycling like dead cells and dead parts of your cells and shit to fucking feed itself. Like, why do we have that? If it's very simple. Why do we have that? Because we never had easy access to food. Because it's not normal. We're not supposed to be eating all the time. Adam in the Garden of Eden was probably hungry sometimes. He probably wasn't eating all the fucking time. He was busy doing other things, tending the garden, banging Eve, talking to God. He was like busy with other things. And he wasn't eating all the fucking time, right? So we shouldn't be eating all the fucking time. So that's my recommendation, man. If you like fasting, if you're used to fasting, if you already, are interested in that, double down this shit. Throw away the common sense. People are going to think you're insane. Fuck them. They're all fat and unhappy and miserable. Just double down on the thing you're doing. You got casually leaner, People are gonna be like, what the fuck, how do you do this? And it's like, just turn and just, I'm built different, motherfucker. I'm just built different. I can do it and you cannot, because I am fucking awesome and you're a bitch. Don't say that, come on. That's kind of mean. And if you never did fasting, man, give it a try. You're not gonna die. It's not that easy. At the same time, we're pretty fragile. We're not that easily killable, right? So here's the video for today. Been all over the place, but I hope you can extract something useful out of this. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. God bless.